get ready with me, but you can't be my friend if you can't be my friend if you think it's okay to litter. Just imagine the amount of people that think it's okay to litter. Like, just imagine how many people have that same mentality and they don't think to change because they think my piece of trash will make a difference. If everyone's thinking like that, it definitely makes a difference. You can't be my friend if you think it's okay to make fun of someone's living situation. For example, like if you think it's funny to clown on someone for how they live or where they live, that's not cute. You can't be my friend if when there's other people around us, you start acting different or you start trying to ignore me. You can't be my friend if you literally never have money when we hang out. Like, they already know I got that. I don't care about that. But it's the principle. Like, you should have just said that we could have went somewhere where we don't need to pay. You cannot be my friend if you genuinely think it's funny to be racist or homophobic or to make rape jokes. You cannot be my friend if... When did they want? You cannot be my friend if you're a Trump supporter. It literally speaks for itself. He literally talks about his own daughter like someone would talk about a 304. You cannot be my friend if I'm always the one to ask you to hang out. If you can never make plans or ask me to hang out like once in a while as well, I don't want to be your friend. I don't want to be the person that's always texting you, asking to hang out. It's very miserable and literally just feels like you don't care about me. You cannot be my friend if you think bullying is okay or bullying is cute. Or like making fun of special needs people. Like, that's not cute. That's not okay. It never has been and it never will be. Story time of when I got caught sneaking out. Okay, this story is when I was in middle school, like 7th, going to 8th grade. But basically, I had this best friend, and I got in trouble so bad that we were banned from seeing each other. So, like, the only way we would be able to see each other is literally sneaking out. And we lived, like, 2 streets away from each other, so we didn't really see nothing wrong with it. So, before this one, we had already snuck out a couple times to, like, just see each other and stuff and hang out. But on this day, we decided to ask another one of our friends if she wanted to sneak out with us because she lived in our neighborhood. She said, yeah. So, we walked over to her place and we picked her up. We started, like, planning on, like, what are we gonna do tonight, you know? So we decide on going to 7-Eleven and buying some Slurpees and just buying some candy. It was like a 2-mile distance from where we were at, maybe 3. So this was like the first time we actually went out of our neighborhood when we snuck out, because before we would just stay in our neighborhood. Okay, so we were already close to the 7-Eleven we were going to. So like it's the high school and then the 7-Eleven, so we had to like go from the high school and then cross the street to go to the 7-Eleven. There's like no cars. Keep in mind, it's like 3 in the morning at this point. So we're walking and we see this like red car and we see it like start slowing down like next to us and we're like, what the fuck? Like, hello? And then we see that the car is like tinted, but you could see like some figures inside the car. And we seen like a guy and maybe possibly another person in there. So at that point, we're just like, what the fuck? Like, that's weird. Like, why are they going down? We're going this way and they're going that way. And then they hit a U-turn. And we're like, oh, no. Like, literally, what the fuck? Like, so we run to the 7-Eleven, right? We get there. It was closed. Oh, my God. We start freaking out. Like, when we could see the car at the intersection. Like, the intersection was right there next to the 7-Eleven. So we see it, like, waiting at the light. Like, oh, like, y'all could kidnap us, but y'all could wait at the red light. Oh, okay. And we're like, all right. This is our time. We gotta go. We gotta go. So we start running down the neighborhood. And oh my gosh, this part pissed me off. One of my friends, she ran so slow. She had her Crocs on. And her freaking AirPods like fell out her fucking pocket. And like it looked like her inventory literally splattered across the fucking floor. At that point, I was like, bro, do I just like keep going? Like, do I leave her behind? Or like, do I help her and like we get caught or something, like, you know? So I was like, oh, I don't know what the fuck to do. And I was like, you know what, let me just help her real quick. So I like turn back and I run back to her and I'm like, girl, I grab all her shit, I don't even care. And I grab her and I start running with her. So we were already like a couple streets down. I say maybe like 4 streets down from the 7-Eleven. Then we hear the car like moving from the fucking stoplight. So we're like, oh no. We like run into this like street from the neighborhood. We run in there and we see like this like house, and it had like a little shed thing for like the car. So we just ran in there. And as we're like crouching down behind like this trash can, we hear the car like pull into the street, and we literally hear the car turn off and someone gets out the car. Like we literally hear the door like close. At this point, like I don't even know what the fuck to think. Like I was like, this is it. We're done. We're about to fucking get murdered. Y'all see us on the news. Bye. So like it literally feels like an eternity. Like it feels like we were there for like 30 hours just like crouching down. We start like hearing like rustling, like leaves moving, like we start hearing a whole bunch of shit. So we get like literally so paranoid to the point where like, bro, call the police, call the cops, like call the cops right now. We're literally about to get kidnapped. So one of my friends called the police. While we were waiting for the cops, I texted my older brother. I was like, bro, I need your help. Like, come over here. I sent my location. I was like, come here. Like, we're literally about to get kidnapped. So then police show up, and they're like with their flashlights. They're like, come out, come out. So we like finally stand up, and like we get out the house or whatever the fuck. And they start like questioning us, like what happened and blah, blah. And we tell them what happened. Tell me why they're like, are you guys runaways? I'm sorry, if we were runaways, I don't think we would be calling the police. Like, and we literally get offended. We're like, bro, like, why would we be runaways? Like, no, we're just trying to go to the store. We're like literally about to get kidnapped, and that's what the fuck you guys are worried about? So like they ask us for like our name, our birthday, and everything. I tell them my full name, I tell them my birthday, I tell them everything. Tell me why my best friend, she gives them a fake name, fake birthday, everything. They ended up like figuring out that like she gave them like a fake fucking everything. They get so mad. So at this point, like these people think we ran away, and now you're lying about your fucking name, like girl. So they end up taking my best friend and the other girl in the police car to their house. But like while we were getting questioned and everything, my brother, he shows up, thank God. And they asked him like, how old is he? They saw he was like over 18, so they were like, all right, you're free to go with him. I was like, hey bitch, we got away with it. I was like, stop playing. So I get home and I go to sleep. I'm like, yes, like I got away with it, like I'm good. Heart was still racing, but I was like, I'm good. Little did I know. So next morning, I get woken up to my parents. They're on the phone with my best friend's mom. So they're like, did you sneak out last night? And I was like, no, like, why would I do that? And they were like, so why is she telling us that you snuck out? I was like, I don't know, she's probably just trying to get me in trouble too, like, I don't know. So I thought like I was still smooth with it. I was like, I could still get away with it, like I'm good. So they go into my brother's room, they wake him up, they're like, did you go pick up Eileen last night? Tell me why this dumbass, he says, yeah. And I was like, bro, you're fucking dumb. Like, why would you even say that? So let's just say I got my ass whooped, and I got even more grounded. So I literally get grounded for like literally the longest time ever. And tell me why my both friends, they didn't even get grounded for it. Like girl, your mom literally just snitched me out, and then she's not even gonna get you in trouble for real? Like, what? Moral of the story is, don't call the police for shit. Okay, let me know if you guys want more story times from when I was in middle school. I was a badass kid back then. Bye-bye.
Story time about how the guy I was talking to for a month was cheating on his pregnant wife. Let's go. This story is 100% real. I have receipts for everything, so let's get into it. We're gonna call the guy Zach. So I met Zach on Snapchat. Nothing good comes from Snapchat. He slid up on one of my stories, I think, or one of my posts on Snapchat, and was like, you're fine, or something stupid. And I know what you're thinking. You're like, Bella, you look mad young. Like, how old is this guy if he has a whole wife and who's pregnant, you know? So I was 18 during this time. This happened last year. And he was 8 years older than me. So he was 26. I just want to say I'm very mature for my age, so younger guys just don't really cut it for me. My own mother even told me that I should date guys that are older than me because the ones my age are apparently so are the older ones. Anyways, so I ended up talking to this guy because I was like, okay, he didn't have a public profile, but I snapped him and he snapped me back, and I was like, oh, okay, he's kind of cute. So that caught my eye or whatever. And so we start talking for, I'm going to say like a week, because I don't really give out my phone number like that. I never, ever gave out my phone number to anyone on Snapchat except like 2 people, okay? And he was one of them. And the reason I gave him my phone number was because He seemed mature. Like, he had a house. He was rich. Man was rich. And we did not live in the same state. So I was like, okay, if he tries to kill me or something, we don't even live in the same state, so he's not even going to be able to find me. That's what I thought, at least. And if you saw my last story time, I am not stupid. Like, I have insanely good survival instincts. So I just want to put that out there. So, yeah, so he is like, can I have your number? I'm like, sure. Like, this is a week or two of us talking. I finally give him my number because I don't really use Snapchat like that. So we start texting. And he's like, I just wanted your number, but obviously I still want to snap because I want to see your face. And since we don't live in the same area, then I need your number. Whatever. I forgot to mention, he owns a farm. He owns a bunch of land, and his farm sells whatever. I don't really care. But, yeah. So he would text me at, like, 6 in the morning because he has to go out and, like, feed his cattle and do whatever farm people do. And I had to be up early anyways because some days on work, I actually worked at, like, 7:30. So even though I wasn't up at 6 o'clock when he was up, I was still up fairly early on most of the days we were texting. So keep that in mind. So anyways, we were texting and he's like, can we call? And I'd be like, can we call? Okay. It just seems legit. It's like showing me and like verifying that he's not a catfish because he wants to call. And he asked me. I didn't ask him. So we call. And this guy is really, really sweet. He seems very shy, which I really like shy guys. I also like extroverted guys, but he just seemed very kind and very sweet. And he was just kind of showering me in compliments. Like, he was like, Bella, you're genuinely so gorgeous. I actually really want to try for a relationship if we keep talking. Obviously, I don't want to rush things, but I really do like you, and I like see a future, potentially. Me being me, I'm like, is this love bombing? Because we've been talking for probably 3 weeks at this point. And I'm like, yeah, like 3 weeks. Like, I understand when he's saying he wants a potential future. But is that not a little bit early to be saying that? So anyways, I tell him, I'm like, is my age not really an issue with you? And he's like, no, because you're so pretty. And I really like you. You seem smart. And he's like, I know you're in college. Do you need help with, like, financially? And I'm like, no, that's okay. I have my own money. And he's like, no, seriously. Like, I will help you. Whatever you need, I got you. And I'm like, okay. And he's like, let me help you with college. And I was like, oh, my grandpa's paying it. Like, that's fine. And he was like, well, then get you your textbooks. Like, get you whatever you need. Just give me your Cash App. And I'm like, is this man for real? Because as much as I tried to fight the free money, deep down I was like, please keep asking me so I can say yes. Even though I'm not like a money person, like I don't care about money, but like if somebody's gonna offer you free money, and especially because I'm a college student, I was like, okay, shoot. So anyways, I give him my Cash App. He's like, how much do you want? And I'm like, I don't know, $100? He's like, no, like you can say any amount and I'll give it to you. What? What? Anyway, so James ends up sending me $200, even though I only asked for $100, because I was like, I'm not gonna ask for like a lot of money. I feel like that's actually rude, and I'm not like that type of girl. I'm not a gold digger. So I asked for $100. He sends me $200. And I'm like, I texted him. I was like, did you mean to send me $200? And he's like, yeah, I could have sent you more, but you seem like you don't really want it. And I was like, oh my gosh, thank you so much. This is actually going to help a lot. And he was like, I know, baby, I know. And I was like, baby. And this is the part of the story where it starts to like transform into kind of weird vibes. What do I mean by this? I mean, as in, Zach started to get like, I'm gonna say, inappropriate with me. And this is like a normal thing I always deal with guys, is like either them asking for nudes or them just being like overly sexual. And again, I'm Christian and I'm not about that stuff. I'm sorry. And so I'm just like, he starts getting really sexual and I'm like, okay, I know you want a relationship with me, but I don't really like that type of stuff. And he's like, yeah, but how are we going to be in a relationship if we're going to miss the romance part? Like, how are we going to do romance if you're so far away? I just feel like pictures would help. And I was like, so anyways, again, I should have seen this as a red flag, but I did see it as a red flag, actually. So I kind of pulled away my attention, but I should have, like, blocked him from there. But I think it was the fact that he was very sweet. He was. And he sent me $200. And I'm going to show y'all that receipt. But I was just like, okay, like, I don't like this. And I told him straight up, I said, hey, I don't really like that, like, talk. Because we haven't been talking enough for you to be, like, asking me questions like that. I feel like that's kind of weird. And he's like, okay, like, I understand. Boom! Hella respectful when I asked. And I cannot tell you why, but for whatever reason, I ask him probably every week, is my age okay? Because even though he is older than me and he seems mature, I don't know, I just felt like, I don't know, I just was getting off vibes. Again, I was getting like a weird gut feeling that something just did not seem right. Like something was off completely. Okay, actually, I was wrong. I looked at the timeline because I have our text. We actually talked for like 2 months, 2.5 months actually. But anyways, so again, I'm gonna say like 2 weeks after he sends me the $200, he's like, can I send you more money? Do you need help with anything? And I'm like, no, that's okay again. He keeps asking, and he's like, Bella, like, I told you I'm gonna take care of you. Boom, cash ups me $200 like that. For a total of $400 so far within 3 weeks. Again, I'm like, okay. In my head, I'm like, wait, maybe he really does like me, because why is he sending me money? Like, and he has money, I know he does. But he's sending me money like it's nothing. Which I thought was insane. Like, he's literally just sending me money like it's nothing. And he's like, I'm gonna take care of you. And then he starts asking, he's like, can we plan our trip? And mind you, at this point, I've already been on FaceTime with him while he was doing like work, so I know what he looks like, I know what he sounds like, I've seen him, we've talked, so I know he's a real person. I know I'm not about to get catfished. Like, I know he's real. I have his number. The Cash App he sent me was his name on Snap, so I'm like, okay, he's a real dude. Like, I know he is. But then he starts keep asking about the vacation, and then at this point he starts asking again for nudes, and I'm like, no. And he's like, well, I have a surprise for you. And I'm like thinking, is he gonna send me more money? He snaps me. And when I open the snap, I'm at dinner with my family. I think it was one of my family members' birthdays. I open the snap. It's while I'm with the family. At a family function. And my sister was sitting by me, so I don't even know if she saw it, because sometimes she'd be lurking over my phone. She probably did see it. I was so mad, y'all. Like, I literally left him on open. I literally ghosted him for 3 days because I was like, I literally said I don't like that type of stuff. What are you doing? Now, this guy spams me to where I have never been spammed before. Like, it is next level. I think I had like 50 messages on Snap. He texted me a bunch. I cannot make this up. Snapped me probably more than 50 messages. You were a grown man acting like a high schooler. So I was like, Anyways, go to part 2, because part 2 is like where the story gets weird as hell. So go to part 2.
Story time how the girl that my ex cheated on me with wanted to fight me. Pretty crazy, huh? And stupid. Well, honestly, like, me and this guy were dating for a good month or 2 or more. I don't recall, but yeah. So then there's this one time where I found out he didn't like this specific... I got cut off. I found out he didn't like this specific girl, and I was like, why don't you like her? He hit me with a, cause I just don't like her. As a girl should know, if a guy claims he doesn't like a specific girl, they fucking on the low. Fast forward, after you told me that, I didn't think much of it back then. I was just like, okay, well, maybe he doesn't like her for specific reasons. Until later on, he told me he got added onto a group chat because the girl he did not like was talking. And I was like, well, what is she saying? He was like, well, she's saying that, what do you have that she doesn't have, because that she wants me so bad that how could I date somebody like you? In my head, that clicked. I was like, why is she hating on me? Why is she trying to home wreck a relationship that's perfectly fine? Like, her hating ass got to the point where she would call me a torta. And I was like, I don't think she knows the meaning of it. So I brushed it off. I was like, I tried to argue with her and she didn't want to. I was like, okay, well, leave me and my person alone. Stupid me. Oh, one more thing. She was jealous of the fact that he went to my graduation and took me flowers and a gift. Like, it got to the point where she told him that I was using him for his money. Like, girl, come on, motion, I don't even know, man. After that, I think a month passed or more. I don't know, girl. I'm bad with timing. Fast forward, literally, me and his relationship starts to get a little more, weird. I try not to think nothing of it, but it later hit on. I was like, what the heck? Like, what if he's cheating on me with her, Like, so 4th of July comes around, the month of 4th of July, my bad. I told him, yo, like, are you gonna come over? Like, my other side of my family wants to meet you, He hit me with I'm gonna go with my homies. Like, I don't have a right to your house. And I was like, bro, like, literally, I could Uber you to my house. So, long story short, we got into a big argument. Things were said, like, so much things were said. Couple of days later, I see him acting more and more different. So here's where I found out. So me and him are on FaceTime, right? This was, I think, a day after he came to my house, a day or two. Like, I was like, oh, you know what, like, I love you, da, da, da. We have made up, right? We said sorry, we apologized, you know what, smoochy smooch. As we're on the phone, I get a notification. It's her requesting me. I stare at the fucking notification, I'm like, is this girl dumb? So at this point, I'm already heated because, first of all, you talk so much shit, and you probably did F my man or my ex-man, and now you're trying to request me? So I text her. I was like, girl, not you trying to request me after you done say what you said and try to F him. Bruh, so the girl gets super mad that I told her that. I don't know why you get mad. Like, girl, you is a hoe. Admit that. So then she's like, oh, well, your man's all up on me. Like, get him off of me, girl. Like, oh my God, you're such a... Like, she went off on me like, girl, do I even know your name? I don't even know shorty name. Shorty coming at me. Until she sent me some screenshots. And I was like, este perro me puso los cuernos con una pinche perra de que no tiene clase. O sea, no mames. So then when she sent those screenshots, I was like, okay, girl, you win. You can have them. I don't want that. Clearly, you like effing things that are somebody else's, and you feel all proud because you dumb home wrecked something. Like, literally, this girl, oh my God, like, while we were arguing, like, she was just saying nonsense. She was like, come fight me. I'm drunk, and you have an advantage to fight me. And then she's like, since you're big as hell, since you're fat, like, the harder you will fall. And I was like, what the fuck? Is this girl okay? And like, while all of this was going on, I was on the phone, and I was like, are you serious? Are you serious? I had to find out like this? He was like, what? I was like, bro, you know what? And I hung up in his face and blocked him. I didn't even give him a chance to finish or even get started. So then I was just like, why is this girl trying to fight me? Like, girl, you F my man. What the hell? I'm the one that's supposed to be wanting to fight you. Like, I even trolled her ass for a good minute. So I decided to, like, play with her little mind, because apparently I was all up in her mind, rent-free, shit. And she sends me an addy, and it's a whole basketball court, and me being a smart ass, I was like, so you live in a park? Honey, because you send me a park address, and you say it's your house. So she's like, girl, just pull up. I'm gonna beat your ass. Pull up. And I'm like, okay, girl, I'm gonna pull up. So I was like, okay, I'm wearing black clothes, and I'm driving a so-and-so car by Waterburger. Like, girl, you think I'm dumb enough to pull up to fight over a man? Is crazy. Bro, not too long, like, a couple minutes passed, and she didn't answer me no more. She texted me again, talking about, oh, you clown ass, bitch, you're a clown ass, you're scary. I didn't even see you, I went looking for you. I drove all over the block, and you weren't even here? Mind you, like, this girl is delusional and sick in the head, like, you're a dropout. Do drugs for living. Look, I look back at it, and I'm like, this dumbass girl was drunk as hell trying to fight a sober person. Like, she was literally a lot smarter than me. Like, I'll tell you that. She's like, no shame to her. Like, she has a nice body. Look, after that, I'm still complimenting her body. Like, just what she did is nasty. So I end up blocking her because I'm like, girl, you're just talking out of your butt. Like, you're not even leaving me alone. Like, clearly I know I could whoop your ass pretty good for having a smart mouth, but I'm not wasting my time. And then a couple months later, after all that happened, I decided to unblock her because I'm like, I'm not gonna give her the satisfaction. Literally yesterday, she called me. Like, what? It's been a couple of months, honey. You still mad over that piece of dick? I don't know, guys, but these hoes out here, these homewreckers are delusional as fuck. So there you guys have it. Remember, always have a blessed day. Don't let no hoe tell y'all who bring you guys down. So thanks for watching. Tell me how my makeup break my base, guys. No filter or nothing.
তুমি এত সুন্দর কেন? আমি তোমাকে তো ভালোবাসি কেন? তোমার কথা সারাক্ষণ আমার মাথায় ঘুরে কেন? একটা মুহূর্ত আমি অবস্থা থাকতে পারিনি, আমি ভেবে তোমার কাছে চলে আসি। আছে কোনো সমাধান এই সমস্যার?
তুমি আমাকে অনেক ভালোবাসো, এই জন্য তোমার চোখে আমি সবসময় সুন্দর। আর তুমি আমাকে ভালোবাসো বলেই তুমি আমাকে প্রতিটা মুহূর্তে মিস করো।
তুমি যদি আমাকে বিয়ে না করো, তাহলে এই যে আমার অপশন, আমি ওকে বিয়ে করবো।
তুমি প্রেম করবো একজনের সাথে আর বিয়ে করবো আরেকটা পিচ্চি মেয়েকে। এটা বলতে তুমি আমাকে এখানে রাখছো?
তোমার সাথে প্রেম করছেন, তোমার বিয়ে করতে, বিয়ে করো আমারে।
আমি বলছি আমি এখন বিয়েটা করতে চাই না, আই নিড টাইম।
আর কত টাইম?
তোমাকে কি আমি চিনি?
চিনেন না? আপনার হবু জামাই।
কি?
মানে কি?
সরি, আমি প্রিপেয়ার ছিলাম না তো। আমি
চিনেন? ভালো করে দেখ, তোরা আমার আর কিছু করা লাগে না।
মাশাআল্লাহ মাশাআল্লাহ, কি সুন্দর ছেলে।
বাসায় নিয়ে গেলেই সেন্সলেস হয়ে যায়, বাসায় নিয়ে গেলেই সেন্সলেস হয়ে যায়।
আচ্ছা, আপনি একদম টেনশন করবেন না, আপনি বাইরে ওয়েট করুন।
কাকে?
মিস্টার নার্স, আমার চাচা এই হসপিটালের মালিক, আপন চাচা। আমাকে অনেকবার বলছে ডক্টর হইতে।
তুমি জানো ওকে কি বললা? বললাম যে ভিজিটিং আওয়ারের টাইম হয়ে গেছে, রিপোর্টগুলো কালেক্ট করা দরকার।
তোগুলোকেই পারবো, তোরা সহজ সরল তো। আমগুলোকে কওয়ার সাহসও পাইবো না আর আমরা করুমো না। তোগুলোকেই পারবো, তোরা সহজ সরল তো। আমগুলোকে কওয়ার সাহসও পাইবো না আর আমরা করুমো না।
নো, আমি কোনো ইনজেকশন দিব না, কোনো ক্যানোলা হবে না।
আপনি ভয় পাবেন না, সব পেশেন্টরা একটু ভয় পায়।
এই 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 কি করতেছো তোমরা?
সে ইনজেকশন দিবে না, ক্যানোলা কতক্ষণ ধরে?
ওকে ওয়ার্ড লিডার কে বানিয়েছে?
কে স্যার?
আমি বানিয়েছি।
স্যার বাসায় যাচ্ছিলাম, কিন্তু আপনার সাথে একটা জরুরি কথা ছিল।
হ্যাঁ বলো।
সারাদিন ডিউটি করবেন, নাইট মিসেসকে?
আরে আমি কি ইচ্ছা করে নিছি? কেন তুমি জানো না?
নার্স খুব কম, ছুটি আমি দিতে পারবো না।
না না স্যার, ছুটি লাগবে না স্যার। ওই
তোমার যদি ডিউটি করতে করতে ঘুম চলে আসে আমাকে বইলো, আমি আসবো।
আরে না, বললাম না কমিউনিকেশন গ্যাপ হয়ে যাইতেছে না, যোগাযোগে ঝামেলা।
হ্যানোনাতে সাথে আমার প্রত্যেক দিন নাইট ডিউটি করতে হয়, আমি তো প্রত্যেক দিনই করি।
বাসায় কিভাবে থাকবো বলেন?
আমার বাসায় তো যাওয়া যাবে না,